In this video, I'm going to talk about Power BI reports publishing within Approvals Kit. Now, Approvals Kit in the April 2024 release come up with a uh, Power BI template file which allows you to render a Power BI report. Now, the report is quite basic for a start, but then, as in when we go into the future month releases, there'll be a lot of reports and dashboards being populated within that template file. So, the prerequisite for reports publishing is first you need to have the template file downloaded from the Approvals Kit site. You need to know the environment URL. There is a specific format to it. Then you need to have a specific Power BI license to publish your Power BI report. You need to have a Power BI workspace created. You can have either pro or premium capacity licenses. Now, also, you need to have a right to publish the reports in the workspace. How to configure a report is first you need to go into the GitHub site to download the PBIT file. So first download the Power BI template file from the GitHub repository. Open the Power BI template file in Power BI desktop. So make sure that the Power BI desktop which you install within your system is the latest. So April 2024. So maybe you can navigate to powerbi.microsoft.com and download the latest Power BI file because all the reports are authored using the latest interface. So if you receive April 2024 uh, PBID file, make sure that you have April 2024 Power BI desktop version. Third step, provide environment URL as a parameter input. Load the report, let it load, and then save the report locally. So first you need to save the report locally, which will generate a PBIX file. And if you want to publish the report to the cloud, then you can log into your Power BI desktop using the Microsoft 365 account, provided you have the right to access Power BI application, Power BI service, you have sufficient license, and then publish the report to Power BI workspace. So you have this PBID file, which gets downloaded as a part of the setup. You can download it individually as well. And here it will prompt for organization URL. Now remember, you do not need to include https colon slash slash. So you need to get rid of the protocol. So you just type in whatever is your environment name. And here my environment name is gary-dev.crm.dynamics.com and remove the forward slash as well. Load the report. Once the report is loaded, you will see some sort of the screen. And once the report is loaded completely, you will see all the actions which has been taken place within your business approval management solution. Now if you are installing it fresh, you will not see the data, you will not see the report populated, you will see everything blank. But in my case, I have already worked on the business approval management solution from the last couple of months, and that's why I have a rich set of information. This is how the reporting looks like from an approval kit perspective. Now, let me show you in action how things work. So, first thing, you need to have your business approval management solution installed. Okay, so this is my business approval management solution installed, which is basically an approvals kit. Okay, now in order to download the Power BI desktop, first what you need to do is like you need to have Power BI license. Okay, now I have Power BI license. I'm logged into app.powerbi.com. I'm using a trial version, and I have an ability to create a workspace. So let me show you how to create a workspace. So if you are in Power BI homepage, you can go to new workspace and then you can define your workspace. So let me call this as April 2024 workspace. Okay, or maybe you can name it something else. Maybe you can call it approvals kit workspace or WS. And if that name is available, then it will show you a green icon indicator, and you just put in some description in the description box. And if you have any image, you can upload that. That's it. You have now successfully created a workspace. Now here in this workspace, you need to publish the report. How to publish the report? First, you need to navigate to the GitHub repository. Go into the releases. So you see on the right hand side releases. There are 7 releases, latest being April 2024. Once you click on it, here you will see a documentation with regards to releases. Just scroll down through the documentation. As you see the assets section over here, then here there is a multiple option. You can either download the zip files which are available over here, or directly download the pbid file. Okay, so I'll download the pbid file. So what you need to do, you need to just click on pbid file. Once you click on pbid file, it will open in Power BI desktop. Now if you do not have Power BI desktop installed, what you need to do, you need to just type in Power BI desktop download. Okay, and then here you go to downloads Microsoft Power BI, and make sure that you have the latest download. So here you have a download option, and here you have advanced download options. If you click on advanced download options, here you will be presented with the latest Power BI setup which is available. Now here if I click on download, you can see that the date published was 4th of the 24th. You can set up Power BI Desktop x64.exe, which is 487 megs. You download that file, you will get a Power BI Desktop. Okay, so the goal is basically to install Power BI Desktop, download the Power BI template, open the template in Power BI Desktop, let the content load, and then publish it to Power BI service. So in Power BI app.powerbi.com, which is Power BI service, if you click here in the download over here, there is an option to download Power BI desktop as well. So this is also another way to install Power BI desktop. So you need to have Power BI desktop installed within your system. Right. Now, what is your environment name? So if you navigate to Power Platform Admin Center, if you navigate to the environments, and if you navigate to any environment where you have Power BI, where you have this approvals kit installed, navigate to that specific environment. Say I'm in Girish Dev environment. Go into the detail view. Here you will see this is the exact name which you need to type in. Okay, so if I just copy this giri-dev.crm.dynamics.com, it's very difficult to copy. I'll just copy this. Okay, so I've copied this information. So this is what you require. You don't need https colon slash slash. Okay, and neither the forward slash nor the backward slash. Okay, now coming here, if I click on this, it will download the PPID file. Now it has already downloaded the PPID file, so I'll just remove this and I'll go into the directory, and here I can directly open the PPID file. So if I click on PPID file, if I click on open file, it will open in Microsoft Power BI desktop application installed within your system. Once it downloads, it will automatically prompt you for the URL. Okay, now, the URL which we have just copied from Power Platform Admin Center, you just need to paste that. Make sure that you do not have https colon slash slash. So I'm just pasting this. This is what you want. Okay. Click on load. The moment you do that, it will start refreshing the data source in the backend. It will start evaluating. It will start extracting the information, and it will start iterating through the information from various tables like the business approval version, business approval workflow, business approval instance, runtime, business approval, and it will start sorting all this information and will try rendering you a nice looking report. Now, the reports are not comprehensive, but it will grow in the coming month. It will have a lot of useful information like how we have for Center of Excellence starter kit for Power Platform. But this one is bit limited. It will have just one report as of now, which has approvals dashboard. But I'm pretty much sure this will keep on growing. Now, as I have various data and various approval processes set up, that's why I'm seeing a rich set of interface over here. But you will not see if you are doing it for the first time, but that's fine. Here you will see there is a card which is showing total approvals. That is 36 number. 8 is a running workflow. 25 are completed. Approvals by outcome. Like if I just want to see maximum screen size, here I can expand it. Here I can see outcome, approve, pending, and reject. Approvals by process names and status. So there are, if you see, these are the business process workflows I've created, and uh, the cancel state for a couple of them is 1, completed is 5, 11 for the top two, and 4, 1 running. So like this you will see a nice visual interface, and if you want to see more information and if you want to filter out the information, you can select one line item, and then accordingly the graph changes. Okay, so if you just unselect that, then you will be landing into the previous state, and you can scroll the information. Here you will see business approval details like the workflow name, process, stage, node, outcome requested by. Now this workflow is fine. Now how do you take this workflow from Power BI desktop and put it into the service? So now in the service we have already created a workspace, right? So I have a lot of workspace, like Girish Premium, Girish Dev, but I have created a specific workspace for approvals kit. Okay, now this approvals kit workspace is blank. Okay, so how do we connect this? How do we add this into the Power BI workspace? Now in order to do that, what you need to do is, like, once the report is loaded, first log in. Okay, so I've already logged in using my tenant account. Now important thing, you first need to log in, and once you log in, just click on file and click on publish to Power BI. Now once you do that, publish to Power BI, it will first ask you to save the change, so it will create a PBIX file. You save this file. I'll save this. I'll say, let me save this file and call it as uh, approvals kit. You can name anything. Okay, I'm just naming this approvals kit. Click on save. Once you do that, it will save that PBX file, and you will see that this may take a while. Upload later to save your changes and upload once you close Power BI. I'll say upload later, that's fine. It will start publishing this information, and then it will start querying your tenant because you're already logged in. Now I've already created approvals kit workspace over here, and that's why it is showing you over here. I can publish it in any other different workspace, but I'm okay with it. I'll click on approvals kit workspace. I'll click on select, and now it will start publishing this approvals kit .pbx file to the Power BI workspace in the cloud, and everything is good. I'll click on got it. Now this pbx file, I can upload it later, that's fine. But if I now navigate to this Power BI workspace, if I refresh, then you will see that report and the semantic model is uploaded over here. Now, if I click on this report to view this report, I can see a nice looking report, which is now part of the Power BI service. I can maximize the screen from here. I can say full screen, and I will be able to navigate to this particular report. I can click on various visuals. I can click on card. I can click on the donut chart. I can click on uh, the column chart, and I can even view the details from all the table. Now there is an option to sort as well. There is an option to select. So all this thing I can navigate. Now there is an approvals dashboard. One tab is visible over here. Now like this, you will see whole bunch of tabs coming up in the future releases. So for now, this is it. So what we have seen is, like, we have first went into the releases section, downloaded the PBID file, opened the PBID file, gave the specific environment whereby I have installed the approvals kit, published the PBIX file into the Power BI service, and this is what the end result looks like. So now we have Power BI report in the service as well as in the Power BI desktop file. Now tomorrow, so take for example in next month, you might get another release. You need to do the same process. Make sure that you do an override in the Power BI service. So in the Power BI service, we have this Power BI workspace created called as approvals kit. So what you need to do, once you publish it, just give this path approvals kit workspace, and it will start overriding on whatever report exists within this environment. So this is how you basically republish the report once you have the latest version available within the business approval kit solution. That's it, folks. Thanks for watching.